EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Atlanta Falcons. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
They go play action with Ryan. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 40.
Here's Gurley. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back.
Hey, Tuesday.
From the gun, it's Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Ryan going to get this complete to Hurst.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 24-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground. Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 21-yard line.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
It's a gain of 10.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Jack McKinley on the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Third down.
On third down, it's Prescott. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start first and 10. Ryan. A slant to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
They run. It's Gurley. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 42. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Gurley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Play action, Ryan. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, first and 10.
Now it's Gurley. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Falcons 10. Cowboys nothing. Sterling.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. Taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Falcons 10, Cowboys nothing.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 40-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And a Cowboy first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
A gain of 12.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Prescott from the gun. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he hadn't made it all the way to the end zone. This week, he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but, boy, he's playing really well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On first down, Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
At the 42-yard line.
Play action. It's Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And some space here. Past the 20. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 14-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here's Elliott. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
11-yard line. A gain of 4.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Prescott. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
4-yard line.
One receiver to the left is Cooper. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Here's Elliott. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
4th and goal.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back.
On down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
6-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's looking for Ridley again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Ryan. Airing it out. Looking for Ridley. And this is caught inside the 5. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Hayden Hurst as time expires in the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They show great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. They go to Elliott again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off right around the 43. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Ryan. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Falcons 31. Cowboys.
Now following the touchdown, Richter to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
1st and 10.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to touchdown Falcons.
Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons turn that interception into a touchdown.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that will extend this big lead.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Gurley again here on first down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and
yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
It's a gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. Ito Smith, his first carry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley. And now it's second down. To throw again. Ryan. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. The DN Jonathan Allen making sure his presence is felt. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
38. Cowboys, nothing.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Check 15, check 15. Hey, express.
Ryan. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Trying to disrupt Julio Jones there, the intended target. A little too close, got the flag thrown.
I'm not sure anyone can cover Julio Jones one-on-one for very long without getting their share of pass interference calls. His size, his speed, his physicality makes it almost impossible to do.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan escaping the pressure right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Everson Griffin make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Slam, slam, slam.
From the gun, Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10-10.
Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. The Cowboys on third down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it.
Well, Brandon Pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll get 3 down at the 34-yard line.
On the carry.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and with the offensive line he's executed well today, to try and get him over 100 yards.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra.
And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Prescott now. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Now Prescott. He can run for it, and he will. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Cowboys will go. Prescott looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning.
2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Another carry now for Gurley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Chidobe Awuzie on the tackle. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Operating from the gun, Ryan. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Here's Ryan. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Calvin Ridley. Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there. And trailing big here in this 4th quarter. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Elliott. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Tonight's final
So
score.
time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Atlanta, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And